investigated all the problems that were being faced by the people in Wailevu, and he came back with the idea of what we need to do. So I thank the party General Secretary for working towards that, and we've identified that we'll be able to help the school. And we worked with the Ministry of Education, which they identified a school that we'll be able to work with, which was Wailevu West. And we did a fundraising, and we were able to collect bags for the students, stationery for the students, which we took across on Monday this week. And we went to the school, which was very nice. We're sad to see the school and the damages that were done, but we were so happy to see the kids. We were so happy to see them very cheerful and looking forward to going back to school. And we took the stationeries in their bag, which they took with a smile. And that one gave us, we came back with a smile. Because seeing the students smile and receiving what we brought was really nice. So we came back and we did what we could. So I thank you, Minister of Education, for identifying those, and all the people that contributed towards the materials which we took to Wailevu West. Now I'll ask the party leader whether they'd like to share with me.
At the outset, would like to thank the Ministry of Education for including us in their in the campaign to rebuild the schools in the north. 30 schools were graded as red, as part of the red zone. These are the ones that were most seriously affected. And a number of organizations were given allotments out of the 30, which came from the ministry. For us, it was the Wailevu West Primary School. I might just say here that on our first trip, right after YASA, we ran into many organizations carrying out recovery work in the north. I think I did mention that in the house where we were billeted, there was also the team from the Suba Muslim League. So it was wonderful sharing the house with the Suba Muslim League and SODELPA, and it's going our way around the Sianganga and the northern area to do recovery work. For this time, we traveled on the boat with the Sai Foundation. They also had their own schools that were allocated to them by the ministry. So all in all, it was quite a very pleasing, very satisfactory initiative on our part, that we were there together with other people, and there was no duplication of the efforts. What we gave to the students at Wailevu West was, I can say, it was way beyond their expectations. As we were giving up the bags and the stationery, I could just see the mothers. I could just see that I don't have to drive to Sabu or drive to Lambasa. It's all here delivered to me. 129 students. The joy on their faces was quite, for us, was quite satisfactory. The trip was a long trip. Wailevu is the biggest tequila in Fiji, with about 28 villages. That's one of the biggest schools in the area. So all in all, it was very pleasing, and we also covered other parts of Moa and Maldawata, talking to people. And it does not end here. We will continue to help. The president will be going back soon with 3 whiteboards. The head teacher said, look, we need 3 whiteboards plus accessories. So he'll be heading back here soon with 3 whiteboards. And I think the understanding is that we'll try and adopt this school to be part of the SODELPA initiative in that area as proposed recovery work for YASA. A number of points that I would like to raise here is that going forward, learning from Winston, we must learn to build better structures. they should not be collapsing after every strong wind. And that should be a focus for us in Fiji, for the government. And indeed, I see the Economic Affairs Committee and even the insurance community advocating for better coverage on general insurance, and when they come to structures. So that's something that we saw. And for us going forward, it's build Fiji better with education. I will end there for this time. I'll ask the Minister of Education to.
I think it was good that we were able to go and give targeted assistance rather than be all over the place. So working with the NDMO and the Ministry of Education who gave us that school, Wailevu West, although in that area there were 3 schools that were part of the 30 in the grade zone. There was Wailevu East, Wailevu West, and that was our school, and also Wailevu, which is the secondary school. When we got there, we found out that it was 3 classrooms that were that were damaged, that really needed rebuilding. And the students will be in the 3 tanks, UNICEF tanks. And it's very hot in those tanks. And you know what it's like after a cyclone, it becomes very, very hot. So looking around, we're really happy to have partnered with Max Marketing, because together with the bags, they were able to supply us with the exercise books that were, the list was given by the Ministry of Education, so that all the students that were given assistance in the 30 damaged grade zone area, they will be given the same, rather than some were given different, some had more, some had less. So it was good that we were able to go, and we also thought of the teachers. Because I have served in rural and remote schools, when something like this happens, the teachers have nothing. So we thought of taking assistance for the students as well as for the teachers. The head teacher told us that they needed 3 whiteboards for the 3 tents. So that gave us the idea that maybe we can continue this assistance rather than just have it as a one-off, and they're waiting, because this is a rural and remote, really far from Sabsaba and Rapasa, and the shopping for whiteboards, they will be able to afford it. So we're not a rich party, but we'll try and help where we can, because we see that the need is there. 229 students, as they have said, they were waiting for us from the morning, and to be able to help them with something that they really needed, rather than taking all sorts of things, and then we find that half of the things that we took was not really needed. So it was put with NDMO and Ministry of Education, and I will commend them that in the future they can use, the private sector, just ordinary citizens, to be able to help them, because that's really something that's needed, and we are very happy to do it.
If I can just add a bit more to that, as the Marama said, we are not a rich party, but we give it our best shot. The appeal was, we were able to attract people to contribute to the effort, and I just want to remind everyone that during Winston, we were the only parliamentarians, SODELPA, who gave $5,000 each to the Prime Minister's Fund. 10% of our wages, and of course, the leader of the opposition, being on a higher wage, paid a bit more at that time. But that is SODELPA for you. As you were saying, that just to see the smile on their faces, the mothers, was enough reward for us. We left here about midnight to catch the boat from Natovi. So no sleep all the way until we got there. Just to see them, just to see the smile on their faces was enough reward. Can I just though by extend this to what we saw with the hope of the young students in there and what is happening today is toppers. You know, we see these children and we say, you know, with SODELPA, there's no limit to education, and that is no. Our policy on that is very clear. We'll provide education to free education to the tertiary level. And when we see these children in there, we say, you know, this is the children, the people that we are catering to. We are providing leadership for this, to this. And when we hear that today some 4,000 students have been served notice that toppers no longer applies to them, it's quite distressing. We just hope the government can get everyone together to have dialogue and keep these students in the system. At the Fiji School of Medicine, even 4th and 5th year students are being let go because they no longer enjoy toppers. From this year, a first year student at FSM has to pay from the pocket, pay on way. And you know, FSM is not cheap, and you can imagine only a certain part of the population can afford to go to the FSM. From SODELPA, we're saying this is not the way to go about it. We can talk, we can make cuts elsewhere, but the education of our system, our people, should not be compromised. You can just imagine the stress level with parents and students today when they learn that they are no longer in toppers, and tells the goalpost has changed also. So we know the times are hard, but you know, we are a party that listens, and we want government to also listen to us. Let's sit together and have dialogue on this.
This one question says,
Yeah.
Madam,